Hello, this is Compound Interest Stock Guy, and today we're going to be talking about CLIQ, CLIQ in Canada on the TSX or LQSIF on the OTC market. So stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It helps my channel grow. I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Give me a thumbs down if you dislike the video. I want to disclose I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment information purposes. Do not buy or sell a stock based on anything I talk about in this video. Buy or sell after you did your research, due diligence, and you like the investment that you're pursuing. So I'm going to work on something soon actually. I'm going to work on a video on some of the books that I'm interested in. So should be a good video. So here's CLIQs, their fundamentals. Price to sales is 0.326. So that pretty much means that if their market cap's 100 million, they make 300 million. So that's pretty good. A lot better than like 99% of the cannabis companies. Their price to book is 1.39. So that means if you add up all their assets, they're worth, so like if the market cap is 100 million, that means that they're worth about 70 million, 75 million. So the market's paying a premium for the fact that they're going in a growth cycle and that they could be a giant as far as the cannabis retail industry, and they already have a alcohol business. So the good thing about this company is it's got a really low share structure, 37.1 million shares. Their market cap is 216 million. It says they have a dividend yield, but that's a lie. There's no dividend anymore, as far as I'm aware. Their VWAP is 5.868. So what the VWAP is, it's the very weak average price. So that's when some people, they trade off the VWAP. I personally don't trade off the VWAP, but it's something that I should try to learn. And yeah, I mean, sometimes when it gets right there, people want to sell into it or buy into it. Just depends on the momentum. So yeah, here's my chart. You have the 50-day moving average, which is orange. And so it's broken above the 50-day moving average. Like it just got killed. So what happened right here in October and after is, well, the whole market got killed, but it took even a stronger killing than a lot of the other stocks. I think, well, I guess not that bad. I mean, it just hasn't recovered as fast as the other stocks. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Because a lot of people that were investors in CLIQ, they weren't happy with them taking out their dividend, and also they weren't happy with that the Ontario model, because they I don't think they can really get into Ontario that easy. They need to do like a separate entity, like a spin out, in order to do that. So I don't know. I don't really know too much about this company. I'm just going to do a short video. It's not going to cover all aspects. If you want to do more research on CLIQ, I mean, go half at her. I want more information. Leave a comment down below as well if you know some stuff that I don't know about. So the 200-day moving average is 7.56. So yeah, should be the $9 range should be a resistance point and a support. This is a support from down, hit about $4, and then the support was about 460. So it has support around that levels, but it looks as though it's on an upward trend. Let's look at the Bollinger Bands. yeah, I mean the Bollinger Bands are coming up, so it looks as though it's going to run. It looks as though it wants to go back to the 200-day moving average, but the RSI is getting fairly hot, but it can run a lot more. It's below 70. I mean, it could go to 85 and then cool down, 90, cool down. So maybe it goes up to $7 and then it retraces back to like 635 or 645, and then it goes up another leg up to $8 or something like that. I mean, I could see that kind of going in that direction. It all kind of depends on the SPY as well, because the whole market's going to take the how the SPY is doing. So with the SPY, it's at about 286, and the resistance point is 287, and there's another resistance point at 292. So those are the things that I'm watching. But yeah, it's really close in that resistance. I hope it can break through 286.6 tomorrow and get to like 288 or 287.5 tomorrow, and just kind of break through that resistance. Now we're going to look at their financials. Okay, so it says they have 64 million. So because when you read these statements, you always have to look at what they say in this corner. It says in thousands of dollars. So you times it by 1,000, that's 64 million in cash. That's from December 31st, okay? Their inventory is 89 million. So you add those together, that's a good 150 million. So interest rates, prepaid expenses and deposits. So it looks as though they've already paid for $9 million worth of future inventory. So then they're close, I think they're close to 160 million. But accounts receivable, I don't understand what the accounts receivable means for them, but they're calling it an asset. So it's 171 million in assets, and now they're adding up deferred tax assets and property and equipment and intangible assets, and there's no goodwill, so that's good, because goodwill is not a good thing. It's just like kind of fluff. So they have assets of 292 million, so that's pretty cool. And they're just going to grow more assets because the more stores they open up in Alberta, I think that's going to be their main hub. They're going to start dominating in Alberta and maybe in BC as well, but I don't think they have any stores in BC yet. BC doesn't have many stores. They probably want to get into Ontario, but I'm not sure how that's going to work out for them. I haven't done enough research on them, but liabilities is 53 million, and long-term debt provisions is 73 million in long-term debt, so that's not good. Provisions, I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, so that's what you're looking at. Now for sales they did 658 million for the last year. This is an annual report, okay? This isn't a quarterly report. This is cost of sales is 500 million. So they have 158 million in sales. So say in a couple years they're going to grow the business for the cannabis, and say they're doing another 300, 400 million, then they're going to be close to $1 billion in sales for the year. Maybe in 3 or 4 years, maybe they're going to be at like 1.5, 2 billion in sales. So this is a company that's going to be a big player in the retail industry, but for now it's just a wait and see approach, because there's too many, I don't know, it's just the retail industry's for them isn't going to be as clear, just because I don't think they can own it in Ontario for some reason. There's something to do with the company, that they're not allowed to. Operating profit is 1.8 million. Operating loss, so they did 165 million in losses. So that's a lot. That's over 4.48 dollars per share in losses. So that's why you see why the share price was a lot higher and now it's like lower because they've made a lot of losses in the last year. I'm not really sure why they did so much losses this year versus last year. Maybe it's converting all these stores into cannabis stores, or I'm not really sure. They might have messed up in some other areas. I didn't listen to the conference call where some of the people could ask the CEO and big management why they're losing all this money. I don't really think it shows all those reasons why they're making such a loss. Or okay, I guess it does. It says finance costs, provision for improvement of goodwill. 150, $145 million for provision for impairment of goodwill. I have no idea what that means, but that's a huge expense, and that's why they're losing so much money. That's like pretty much 3.75 or $4 pretty much per share of loss. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Um, and then this property and equipment depreciation is pretty bad. It's worse than last year. And yeah, yeah, that's really bad. I don't provision for impairment of goodwill. That's interesting. So I guess they called that an asset before maybe, and then now they're changing their books to say that it's a liability. I wonder if they're doing that for tax reasons. That's a good question. Anyways, it's pretty much my video. I hope you liked the video on CLIQ-Alcanna. Give me a thumbs up. And until next time, peace.